Hi everybody, this is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Wednesday, January the 2nd, and welcome to our video commentary. Well, we've been focusing a little bit on the podcast, the videos, and some of the articles, focusing on the 60th anniversary of what they like to call the Cuban Revolution. And yesterday, the anniversary had its climax when they had the big parade and the big celebration. And interesting to me, Raul Castro came out of retirement to deliver the big speech. And I thought that was very, very interesting because I was not expecting that. I was expecting the big speech, the big moment, to be by the new president of Cuba, the appointed president, Diaz-Canel. Now, I'm not saying that Diaz-Canel did not speak. Frankly, I don't know. But the fact that so much focus was placed on Raul Castro and that Raul Castro basically went back to the old speech, praising his brother Fidel and remembering his brother and remembering the wonders of the revolution and this and this and this and that, raises a lot of questions really in my mind as to what exactly is going on in Cuba. The speech by Raul Castro was also extremely anti-US. I mean, it's almost as if they went back and they pulled out the card about the imperialism and the United States and so on and so on. He attacked the United States, basically blaming the United States for all the ills in the region. Everything in Cuba, everything going wrong in Cuba, everything going on in the region is the America's fault. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. He even went after the president-elect of Brazil, President Bolsonaro, saying that his good friend Lula had been denied an opportunity to run for president. I think that somebody needs to brief Raul Castro on the corruption charges against Lula and other people in his party. I mean, Lula has a lot of corruption problems, and that apparently was never mentioned in the speech. But I thought it was very interesting that they went back to the old, attack the United States, blame the United States. It's almost as if they need to do this from time to time. And it says to me that they're getting very desperate. That's what it says to me. They're getting very desperate because they're beginning to run out of options. There are no windows opening. As we mentioned the other day, Diaz-Canel, the appointed president, took a trip to Europe and several countries. He came back empty-handed. Nobody is willing to invest in Cuba. Nobody wants to put any money in Cuba because there's no reason to. There's no marketplace. There are really very few, if any, opportunities for investment outside of tourism. The communist system has destroyed the Cuban economy to such an extent that the only thing Cuba has right now are beaches. And how many more hotels can you build? Because even though they're getting about 1 million American tourists a year, they're not really getting what they thought they were going to get. They were expecting a heck of a lot more. So it was very interesting for me to observe the 60th anniversary and see that Raul Castro came back, and he came back delivering a speech that really had not been heard for quite some time. The anti-American speech that kind of had faded into the background in recent years. So we'll keep an eye on Cuba. I really believe that 2019 is going to be a very consequential year in Cuba, perhaps a turning point in the change that we've all been looking forward to. Thank you for watching. We have all of these on YouTube, on video, on my blog, on my Twitter. And if January the 2nd is your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.